Let me kind of confirm before I break this down, like just briefly, is there something, because I really, King of Cups, King and Queen of Cups, you guys are not ready. This is great, this is cute, but I would like to see a high priestess, an emperor, and empress. I think this is always, but Seven of Swords was the first card that came out. Go this entire reading, guys, and make sure this makes sense, because this is specific. I feel like that's the sneaky part, though. King of Cups, again, gender doesn't matter. He's an emotionally available king. I think that's what this person's always been sneaky about, is they've always presented to you, if I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, but you've been blinded, and I think it's because of the label. It's because of love. You love them, but you're not seeing, you never saw things at face value with this person. Let me do another with that King of Cups. The Devil, I knew it. I'm telling you, you got a lesson coming up, okay? I think this person, and again, I'll break everything down. I think this person is very drawn to you. I think that whether it may not seem like it, I think they're more obsessive over you, but not in a sense of a way to court you and actually take care of you and treat you properly, right? I would be careful. But again, like I said, part one, you're kind of changing in this perception of I know what I need to do. I think your feelings have always been genuine when it comes to this person, but this person's never been genuine towards you because they're still wearing a mask. Why? Because you've always worn a mask. You've always covered up your third eye, not trusted your gut, doing that. Well, that's my person. I love them. You don't understand the trauma I've been through, or I've been too understanding. So I'm just going to let them bulldoze me over until finally, and let's be real, what does masculines do to feminines? They will push you and push you and push you and push you till you're finally like, enough. And I think that's where your Queen of Swords is finally coming out. Good. Excuse my French, and gender doesn't matter, but a bad bitch has woken up, and I love that. I love that. But again, you got a lesson coming up. It's easy to tell yourself, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. But to actually do it is a different story, okay? Let me kind of see overall. I haven't used this deck in a while. I just want to see what's going on in the overall energy between, I guess, you and this person as far as what's coming. What do we need to, you know. Okay, and then I got commitment. Things are getting serious. See, I'm not buying it. I'm really not. Cycles, and then communication. That's what I'm saying. You got communication coming up. A cycle's fate, karma, something ending, but something's beginning. A cycle needs to end. And I think maybe this person, liar. Pinocchio, why am I hearing Pinocchio? It's like I'm hearing, though, okay, this is where I'm, you know, your balance of your energies, this collective, you know, is kind of coming in. I think that you are attached to a masculine that has always told you all the right things. I want this, I want this, I want this. And I feel like with that Seven of Swords, you dealt with betrayal after betrayal after betrayal, whether they would ghost you. And I kind of hear maybe this person one or a few times could have moved on from you, you know, found somebody else, and it could have hurt you with that devil energy. We saw that ties into obsession and clinginess and trauma bonds. And maybe now you're at the spot of, again, you're not hooked up on the label. Maybe you're starting to get in your head, oh gosh, do I just have a weird messed up trauma bond with this person? I brought that up for a reason. I'm hearing also, I don't know why I'm feeling this, the weather could be weird where you're at now. Like maybe one day it's really sunny and the next minute it's like stormy. And then you know, I'm hearing the weather could be fluctuating really bad. Changes are coming. Okay, but again, a cycle needs to end. And I'm hearing, again, I brought up Pinocchio. Pinocchio could be a significant, you know, every time he lied, you know, the nose would grow. I feel like, as bad as it sounds in this collective, and I have to say, this reading may be a giant trigger warning to you. But again, if this is really your reading, I don't think any of this would trigger you. I think the red flags were always there. You chose to ignore it. I think this person would always come across as you would know that they were lying to you or weren't being honest with you. But you would deflect it. They wouldn't do that. I'm hearing the eyes, Chico. They never lie. I'm hearing, pay attention to this person's eyes. And that maybe that is something, is you always looked at their eyes and be like, something ain't right, but love spell. You were up on a love spell, you know, when it comes to this person. And maybe that was kind of a problem that's kind of hit you on the head. You know, again, we saw in this deck in part one, the devil came out, and that relates to obsession. Maybe you've had a bad habit, this collective, of constantly opening up Pandora's box, always checking their socials, seeing what they're up to, who they were seeing. And maybe that was something that came across it with you, something in you being like, that's got to stop. The cycle, that's got to end. That obsession does you no good. Being upset, that's not, in a way, that's still chasing. That's energetic chasing. If you're constantly like on your laptop, tablet, phone going, oh my God, what are they doing? What do they post? I'm going to create fake accounts and do that. What are you doing? You're setting yourself up for failure. You're creating tower moments that were not meant to be there. And maybe that's been a bad habit, is maybe the universe has always tried to, oh, I got fire sign. And then, okay, that came up, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be you, could be this person. Okay, maybe that's been a bad habit, is you've always went out of your way to find stuff out, when in reality, the universe was trying to protect you from that. Hey, you weren't meant to see that. Okay, then I got air sign. There's heavy communication that is coming through. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that could also be you, be this person. But with that fire, I'm seeing actions being taken place right now. That's what I'm saying. And even if that's not heavily in your charts, it's something to do with the mind. You're finally getting clarity, and that's a cycle you're starting to break right now. This is actually a badass reading. Manifest. I think I'm seeing two people that, you know, yeah, distance right there. You and this person could live at a physical distance, but I think the both of you manifest each other in a subtle way. But let me actually do a few more. Okay, I got water sign energy. So I got air, water, maybe fire coming out right here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. There's definitely, I feel like, unfortunately, it was always this collective. You've always been more emotionally invested than this person. And unfortunately, with that love spell, this sounds terrible. I feel like you've always learned the hard way that this person, not that they were never, but they weren't. They never showed you how they were emotionally available to you. I feel like I'm truly tapping into a masculine, sorry, trigger warning, that's chosen other people over you, that's chosen other situations over this connection. That liar came out. I'm telling you. Caution. What is coming? Please be careful. Let me do one more and I'll break down how are you both feeling about each other. And then vacation, you will be traveling soon. So you guys could live at a long distance from each other, but even then, I'm kind of hearing maybe this collective, because again, you got a lesson coming up. You're finally breaking free from your own nonsense right now. Sorry, you are. You may be wanting to, you know, we got hot girl summer coming. You may be wanting to travel more. There is something actually you could have just booked, you know, a reservation somewhere as far as traveling possibly. But I'm also hearing there could be memories of the two of you going on vacation together, you know, that, because I am seeing that suitcase. I'm hearing a road trip. Please be careful. Literally, be careful of someone sneaky. And that's how, and again, this is not a secret to this collective. You're waking up being like, yeah, I'm aware. But you need to rip that veil off and see this person for how they are. Twin flame or not, let go of the label. This is a reading of label or not, let that go. It's kind of that fuck how you feel and know what you deserve. And in a subtle way, this person, yes, and I'm not saying, guys, it's not easy to watch the person you love go be with somebody else or go live their life or go do certain things without you. But what did this person do? Is it all the way their fault? No, they triggered out that rejection wounds, that abandonment wounds out of you. That's the whole point of it. So is it this person's fault? Not really. No, they didn't make you get triggered. They didn't make you feel a certain way. That was you. But again, I think this collective, you understand that. You've kind of made peace with the situation. I think you finally have been like, oh, I know what they're up to. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, so this may be a tough reading. It may not be like exactly, but again, if it's the right collective, I think you're kind of doing in a funny way of that kind of bring it on. Okay. I'm actually going to really, I haven't used this deck in so long. Also, there's a reason I'm touching decks I haven't used in a long time. That's a sign. Maybe you haven't seen this person for a while. But that's what... There's a reason I'm tapping. I've always, if you watch my readings religiously, I'm tapping into the same decks. This reading, I'm touching certain decks I haven't touched in a long time. That means the past is really resurfacing. sign. Maybe that is a sign right now, is maybe you are, you know, using things or going back to things that you haven't seen or done in a while. Sign. But I want to see, how does this collective feel about this person, okay? I want to see, how does this collective feel about this person?